could just like, you could cut it anyways.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll start.
Should we get rid of this then, and then just ask him on our own?
I think we could ask him on our own, but we should at least have that, because before our questions were kind of like all over the place. But at least have this as a guide for us to question.
Okay.
So we'll ask first questions on basics.
Okay. So then, should I say them?
I don't know.
I don't want to hear my voice in it.
I hate hearing my voice. My voice is so bad.
Yeah, we're like, yes, get in front of the camera, please. No, we're gonna have to get in front of it. Like next time, it's just gonna be me and her. We're gonna open and talk.
I think it doesn't matter, because eventually we could do it like you said.
We're
we
just
could
gonna
put the
cut
question.
it. Yeah.
And then we'll...
and I'll put like some kind of background music low, so it doesn't sound like white woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll both ask it. The way we were doing it before was fine, like us, if whatever comes up, but we'll just try to keep it as like before immigration type questions. So
it's okay. So first we will cover...
Oh, yeah, are you guessing? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your name?
Okay, so my name is Hugo Gonzalez Galeano.
Where were you born?
I born in Bogota, Colombia, South America, and
And your parents?
Well, I have some ancestry. They're coming from Italy, and have a nice histories. Some, I hear some histories about them, but not much actually.
So your mom is a full Italian?
Yeah, kind of. Well, what she told me, she came really young when she was like 3 years old. So she doesn't know much about it, but she have a really good connection with the family.
And your dad is full Colombian?
Yes, my dad is like salsa, merengue, all type of music. So yeah, he's like he has the Latin blood in his veins, yeah. So.
Okay. ¿Y te consideras latino?
Sí, I consider myself 100% Latino, even though I've been living right here for a couple of wild years, so hablo español. First language.
Yeah.
Sí.
Okay, cool. So then, before immigration?
yeah.
So we'll be talking about when I ask you, we'll be talking about how you first went to Miami.
Or maybe why you even decided to.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about the country before, the American dream, and why you decided to come here, why you chose America.
And how you went there. So, you first looked into getting a visa to go to Miami, and you wanted to go there because better opportunities, whatever, just to visit.
Sure.
And then your thoughts about that, like what you thought about when you came to California and all that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you could start when you're ready about when you first.
Thought to be the process.
Yeah.
Actually, when I finished high school, my dad actually decided it was really good to maybe experience other things for me and going to different countries. And actually, back in that time, it was really difficult actually to get a career in Colombia. So I decided pretty much actually to just experiment new things, to immigrate in Colombia, to come over here to the United States, basically.
Why did you choose the United States?
I have some family here before, and they told me, that I can be expand actually my knowledge and my opportunities here in the United States. So that's why basically I came here. Yeah.
So you first, did you know that you wanted to come study here? Or did you first think, I'm going to work?
Basically, yeah, because back, at that time it was kind of difficult, the economic situation in my family. So basically I had to help them, not to a lot of my family. So basically that was my first priority. But then I started to think that school was important for me, to kind of like get more advantage and more opportunities. Yeah.
And so what were your thoughts about the United States? Like, you had that American dream?
Yeah, well, basically, I came here, when I was 6 years old. So I have some opportunity to come here to Disneyland and, Mickey Mouse experience. And I really like it. It was really open society. And what I hear actually is like you can get everything opportunity that it comes through, So probably that doesn't happen in Colombia back at that time when I was immigrated here in the United States. So.
Okay. So we kind of just covered the immigration decision of when, how, and why. Because he said, how he did it, why he did it, and he did it, he said when he was younger.
That was when he visited it as a tourist. So maybe you want to talk about how you went about, like for the
To
actual
move here.
move. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then this.
Because you came when you were 6 as a
Visiting.
tourist, and then you went back to Colombia, and then when you were out of high school, when you graduated high school, that's when you made the decision to move here permanently.
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect actually. Pretty much, in high school they give you some type of background about the United States, some good things, so good bad things too. But actually I didn't know. It was like I jump into the ocean, and get to the swimming, right?
Yeah.
To get someplace.
So then the immigration decision, is that what we're...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry. We're still talking about, this
Okay.
is
So then you heard about the United States. You kind of had family that was telling you that, oh yeah, there's lots of opportunity here.
Yeah.
And so how did your family react when you told them? They were kind of, you said your dad always kind of supported, always wanted you to push you to move?
Yeah, I'd probably say it was, my dad actually is really sentimental, really emotional with their songs and whatever. So he wanted to share actually that, but the decision actually was more like an economical decision probably. And myself, to be more adventurous and to find something new opportunities. So, basically that was kind of like the...
So it was more of an individual or a household decision?
It was more individual, but it was more like I tried to help my family back.
So with your individual decision
Yeah.
with your family in mind.
Yeah, exactly. Because they told me, you can get a career and you can make maybe like easy, not easy, but better opportunities, economically. Yeah.
So at the moment that you decided, okay, I'm going to go to the United States, did you say, okay, I'm going to go to the United States for 10 years, or I'm going to go to, did you have any idea if it was going to be temporary or permanent, or was it, you didn't even think about that?
Not really. I was feeling like it was like a year to year, to see what happened the next year or the next month. It was. I didn't plan myself actually to live here for a long time ago. So it was like one moment to the other, step by step. I think I just considered it myself. Right now I feel like I'm learning so much of the culture. I'm absorbing so much of the United States culture that I don't know. I just kind of like in the middle, like half and half. I feel like it. I don't know.
So describe the actual immigration experience, like that day, maybe your feelings and thoughts, what was going through your head, and also the process of what you, as far as residency, all that.
It was hard actually the first time that I immigrated here because I didn't learn the language, so it was like a process of learning the language, to get used to the people, probably to it's coming sometimes like those blue moments that you are remember your family and you want to be with them, but you can't because the situation, probably, you know, the immigration situation. So, but when you overcome those moments and you see that you see some progress in your life, that's probably when you decide to see the goals. Right?
So then we're gonna move on to experience with the language and assimilation.
I'm sorry, did you want to mention that you went to like Miami and like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I came, the first time that I came here, I came to Miami, and I lived there for like 6 months, and I didn't adjust myself. Actually, it was kind of hard at first, and then actually having my aunt, actually she was kind of like the person who guided me, you know. So she was kind of a nice person. That's kind of the first family person that I had that was like helping me out a lot. So when I came here, yes.
So then, Sonia, some experience.
Yeah.
Language and assimilation. We've kind of went through that, how you've changed, maybe.
Yeah, I think we could ask maybe some like what are the biggest challenges? So when you arrived, but you did say it was the language. Was there any other?
A challenge. Well, language probably one of the hardest one, and yeah, well, I mean, I think it's that language, yeah, basically, and yeah, connect more with the people probably, you know, that's because you see, you know, like when I immigrate, you know, like I feel like I have to be with one group, like probably like Latino group.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes can I be open to the both sizes, you know, like American and Latino group is one of my challenge probably, you know. So yeah, I move more in like Latino part. So, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you said that like when you first came to Miami for the first 6 months, you couldn't assimilate, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
why do you think that was? I mean, was it just the language, or was it like such a different culture, or homesickness, or?
Yeah, homesickness. One of the things probably, you know, like I miss a lot of my mom, my family, and second, you know, I started to I came like a tourist, you know, and then you started to kind of like live in the same society. So you do different things, right? So probably one of the things that, but definitely, you know, it's a process, right? That you have to learn that and to adjust to the culture.
We should talk about when he got his permanent residency, because you said you got your tourist visa when you were 6 or 7. You came to Miami to Disneyland, then you went back.
Oh yeah.
Then you came back after high school. But did you come on a tourist visa?
Yeah, I came on a tourist visa. Yeah.
And then your visa expired, and then you got residency through your grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a process. It was like a 10 years process. So it was kind of hard actually because I was like 5 years waiting for that visa. So I didn't have kind of like the legal and, you know, the parameters and, you know, that stuff.
So you were undocumented for that time?
Well, don't take it to the immigration.
No.
Yes. For 5 years before like I got my papers, yes.
Were you able? I mean, did you see how, or explain how that was? I mean, you were able to kind of see both sides of that. You were able to see the kind of limitations you had when you were in that in between phase of not having documents, and you got documents. Like, can you explain that?
Sure. Well, I feel like I couldn't vote. I couldn't decide. Just the society sometimes, you know, like take advantage of you sometimes in some ways. So I didn't feel actually as a part of the society at that moment, honestly. When I just got my visa, it was like I feel proud. I feel part of the society, and I feel more accepted, right? So when I get, you know, like my driver license was the happiest moment of my life, right? Because I couldn't drive, and, you know, like it was kind of like freedom in one way. But it was hard. It was hard. More like I probably told you that my dad died, and yeah, I couldn't go. So that's one of the hardest part, actually. Yeah.
Do you want to expand on that? I know you talked to us about that, but
Sure.
difficulties and when you questioned why you were here and when you first felt confused as to the original reason why you were here. Like when was a moment you felt like something was bigger than your decision to come here? What happened?
For right now, as what I said, I have to kind of like look at the balance between what I'm doing here and what I'm supposed to do in Colombia, probably. And I found myself, really productive. Like, come over here, study. I think that's really important for me. But on the other side, it's like the emotional part, for not being with my family. And probably with losing sometimes some value time with my dad, actually, that I couldn't enjoy. So that's probably one of the good and the bad things about it. Yeah. So as a goal, as a future goal, I just feel like I taking my goals 1 year to the next year. I don't settle myself, in one place yet. So.
Where are we at? Well, I guess I'll repeat this question because it's going to kind of help with expanding that
Sure.
more.
Oh, that piece. I guess this could be the.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so was there ever a time when you just wanted to leave, like quit and just go back to Colombia and never look back?
Oh, a lot of times. More when I need vacations, like spring break or something that's going on, right? So, yeah, there's like times that you want to get away, definitely, yeah. But it's a purpose of life, right? So you have to kind of like keep it going and just, if you're focusing where you want, probably that's the main objective, that's finish your school or just whatever objective that you have in your life.
Did you ever try to find a network that made you feel comfortable? Like, I know that there's a lot, like California Dreamers, where, like, the DREAM Act and those students who are undocumented and, they network with each other to kind of share their experience. Did you ever look to be a part of a group like that to just kind of feel comfort, or did you rather keep that part of your life private because you were afraid of,
Yeah, probably. I just when I was see, it was even hard actually to say undocumented, and it's hard. It's hard. I want to say, in myself, I feel like I couldn't vote, I couldn't do so many things that I don't want to probably like be part of a society saying, I want to change or something like that. Just, I wasn't want to make sure, that happened. So, not really.
Well, when you said there were a lot of times when you just wanted to quit and leave, why was it? Why was that?
Sometimes, as I said, it's moments, the blue moments that I said, like you're missing your family, you want to go there. More like in December, there are times that, I just want to quit and say, what, I need to go back,
But it's
like,
mostly because of your family?
Family and roots, right? Like something that, for example, when in the good time moments, for example, when they get married, my family, some people, I want to be there, but I can't. So it's one of the things that you have to.
I know this is like off topic and we might not even have this, but do you feel like people in the United States make such a big deal out of immigration? Like, do you feel like, wow, it is such a big deal here to be undocumented? Like, it's scary if you get caught, or like, do you ever feel like, it's just such a big deal and like it shouldn't be because, somebody like you comes with such good intentions of just wanting a better future, but they see you like as just a criminal, like they treat everybody the same. What are your views on that?
I have a nightmare sometimes at first, when I was like undocumented, because I didn't know how they works, and I thought over here it was really tough, the justice than the criminal things, but I really preoccupied sometimes at first about that. before that, I was like before 3 or 4 years, then I know how to work. So it's like, well, whatever, you know. But yeah, it's always a moment in your life that you're kind of really scared about it.
What were your nightmares about? Like, what was your worst case scenario that you think, oh my gosh, this could happen and this is gonna happen to me? Like,
always that I think about that part, immigration and things like that, but that you have papers, I feel like I'm running. I was, and somebody was trying to catch me. I don't know. I didn't know if they catch me. I didn't know if they, you know, but it was kind of my when first I came here. Yeah.
So do you think that experience has like kind of shaped, influenced you like today, now that you are documented, and maybe just how you see these type of this type of like atmosphere that's so anti-immigration, and I don't know, maybe even just with your encounters with undocumented people. Do you think that has shaped you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I mean, it's like what I hear, you know, like I don't know, 80,000 immigrants try to kind of like get the right to be here legally. Some of them, you know, like they came here, you know, when they're like 3 or 4 years old. So I feel the same experience, the same life, the same, you know, nightmares. Probably some people will say that. But yeah, I mean, they are more like they belong here. They belong in one place, and I think they belong to the United States. So yeah, it's. I mean, they need to. I mean, it's necessary for them to kind of like have better opportunities.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about maybe like whether he considers himself American, or like how he identifies himself here now?
So yeah, that will just be part of our conclusion.
Okay.
So then, our last question is, talk about kind of, in consideration of everything you've been through, you still feeling like you haven't had your piece of your American pie, and how you see yourself now as an American or still as a Latino?
See, that's what I say. It's like that every time that I think about that, I feel myself like in the middle now. I understand now, for example, why people are like Chicanos now, because they feel like they belong here, but they are not there too. So it's kind of like a mix of something. But I'm 100% Colombian. That's definitely true in myself. My residence here in the United States, and I really appreciate everything that I got. I'm getting from the country. But my home is back in Colombia, definitely. So I'm Colombian.
So you wouldn't say you're Colombian American. You just say Colombian.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I couldn't say American because yeah, it's no. I mean, I born, raised there, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe my sons could be, but no. I'm Colombian, yeah. Yeah.
So do you feel that you have reached the American dream?
I know. I'm always hoping, you know, that it's gonna happen. Right now, I'm kind of like in the process to get my piece of American pie, probably, I want to say. But it's a process. I know that it's there. I know that I didn't get in there yet, but it's a process that I'm going through, probably. And it's the melting pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't melt it yet. Yeah.
That's good. Well, thank you. I think
Yeah.
we're done.
All right, thank
That's
you so
really
much.
good.
No, thank you for
It's
the
been a little bit like therapy here.
I feel like, yeah.
You've never talked about it probably this long, like so much in detail. But why? You know, but.
No, thank you so much. Actually, really, it was really therapeutic. Actually, I didn't see myself actually in the future. I didn't see myself back in when I was immigrated. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, see yourself then and now. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm like,